What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, a question was raised to your boy Blue, and many people said Blue got stumped, right? When father, trainer, manager, CEO of DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, Bill Haney, he asked the question. Bill Haney, he stated, who on the legendary 5-division world champion, retired, iconic, Hall of Fame superstar resume, Floyd Mayweather Jr., formerly known as Pretty Boy, formerly known as Money, now known as TBE, the best ever, Floyd Mayweather Jr., 50 wins, no loss, no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout. He beat more world champions at 23 than anybody in the history of the sport of boxing. So Bill Haney, he said, Floyd Mayweather just can't let it go now that he's retired. And Floyd Mayweather, now that he's retired, standing 5'8", 72-inch arm reach, 5-division champion, he can't let the fame go. So much so, as Bill Haney stated, that he put the Terence Crawford era in a chokehold and didn't allow Terence Crawford to have an era to himself. And he said, this is the Terence Crawford era, now transitioning to his son's era, Devin Haney. Terence Crawford is undefeated 3-division world champion, 2-division undisputed world champion, and the reigning unified welterweight world champion, who is widely considered and acknowledged as the pound-for-pound #1 best fighter in the world. With a record of 40 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout, 36 years of age, 5'8", with a 74-inch arm reach, extremely long arms. Terence Crawford has knocked out or stopped his last 9 opponents, dating back to his last fight at junior welterweight, which was an undisputed showdown with Julius Indongo. And so Bill Haney, he said, Floyd Mayweather can't let it go. He wouldn't let Terence Crawford have his era. And then he asked the question that nobody could answer on the spot. He said, who on Floyd Mayweather's resume Terence Crawford won't beat? And we all stopped and looked at one another. And then somebody said, well, Bill Haney, he said, no, I'm asking the question. Who can't Terence Crawford beat on Floyd Mayweather's resume? I couldn't think about it offhand. I never compared the matchups because it's yesteryear to current time. I never really thought about it, right? And so people inboxed me. They started messaging me. They said, hey, I thought you was a true boxing fan. Why didn't you answer the question? Why didn't you just say nobody? Or why didn't you answer the question and say who he can and can't beat, right? And so I'm thinking about it. So I actually had to sit and think about it and conjure this and just try to think about it. Great question, Bill. And so I went through Floyd Mayweather's resume, and his record, right? And because some of the biggest names that's on Floyd Mayweather's record, and I'm going to say what Bill meant is beating these fighters at the time Floyd Mayweather beat them, right? Not what they became or not what they were once was, but at the time he beat them, right? And just looking at the 2 biggest names, or the 3 biggest names that pop out right to you, is Canelo, Manny Pacquiao, and Oscar De La Hoya. I think at the time, Floyd Mayweather beat Saul Canelo Alvarez, which was September of 2013. At the time he beat Canelo Alvarez was a 1-division champion. Now, he had already unified the belts against the second best guy in his division, which was Austin Trout. And he defended his titles 5 times and had 40 wins. Now Canelo Alvarez is 4-division champion and undisputed super middleweight champion. And I still think Terence Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez is 33. At that time, he was 23. So I think Terence Crawford beats a bigger, more accomplished, more seasoned version of Canelo Alvarez today's time, which means I think that Terence Crawford would beat Canelo Alvarez in 2013. Now, I'm talking about Terence Crawford as he stands today, matched up against 2013 Canelo Alvarez. Terence Crawford wins that fight. Also, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. I've always thought Terence Crawford's style, long arms, and versatility, ability to switch from southpaw to orthodox, would be way too much for Manny Pacquiao. Even the version of the 2015 version of Manny Pacquiao that Floyd Mayweather beat. I think Terence Crawford stops Manny Pacquiao. Now, Oscar De La Hoya, okay? In 2007, I think Terence Crawford beats Oscar De La Hoya as well. The one fighter I think that Terence Crawford would struggle against, putting them in the era together, would be if he fought at 130 pounds against 130-pound Diego Chico Corrales, who was 5'11" with a 72-inch arm reach, and it was a knockout artist with 33 wins, no loss, no draws. I think that version of Diego Corrales would beat 130-pound Terence Crawford. Why? Because Terence Crawford, when he showed us, when he fought the likes of Jose Benavidez Jr., he struggled with the length and the size of Jose Benavidez Jr. Now, he did end up knocking him out in the 12th round of that fight, but he struggled to find his distance. He struggled to find his way on the inside. He struggled with the arm length of Jose Benavidez Jr. And so I think he would struggle with the arm length, the reach, and the ability of Diego Chico Corrales, who has way more power than Jose Benavidez Jr. And he didn't have a leg injury. Jose Benavidez Jr. had a leg injury. He struggled a wound to his leg that hindered him. So I think that Diego Corrales would be the one guy, if Terence Crawford was fighting at 130 and Diego Corrales was at 130, I think Diego Corrales would possibly beat Terence Crawford, or Terence Crawford would struggle with Diego Corrales. Now, here's another thing. The guys on Floyd Mayweather record, he made a lot of these wins look easy, very easy. I think Terence Crawford would beat them, but I don't know if it looks easy. I think that there would be some close fights that he could possibly be losing, like a Miguel Cotto fight, right? He could possibly be losing to Miguel Cotto, then, separate himself in the second half of the fight and win the fight. He would struggle with Zab Judah, hand speed, southpaw ability, power. But I still think as the fight plays out, he'll get to Zab Judah and beat Zab Judah. Marcos El Chino Maidana, he may struggle with the unorthodoxness of him, but I think that Terence Crawford mindset would have him in a dogfight with him, but he'll beat Marcos Maidana as well. I think Terence Crawford stops Juan Manuel Marquez, and that version of Shane Mosley, he may stop that version of Shane Mosley as well. I think he beats and stops Victor Ortiz as well, and Carlos Baltimore. So there will be some struggles, but I think that Terence Crawford will get the win over all these opponents. The one fighter I think that he would lose to would be Diego Corrales. If he was to fight Diego Corrales at 130, the 130-pound version of Terence Crawford versus a 130-pound version of Diego Chico Corrales, I think Terence Crawford could possibly lose that fight. But it's interesting because I don't think he loses any other fights. Very interesting. So I want to hear what you guys have to think about this. Does Terence Crawford beat everybody on on Floyd Mayweather's resume? Let me know who you think he would and would not beat. And let me know if you think Chico Corrales, the late, great, legendary Diego Chico Corrales, would beat him at 130. Let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment in the comment section. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.